DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is about the details. The details can make or break you. That's the motivation for this week, and I'm going to give you a little example. I was driving in my car a little bit ago, and something was wrong with the gear shift. It wasn't shifting gears. It's an automatic, so it wasn't shifting. Like park, reverse, drive, neutral. Those are the gears. So something was messing up every time I was shifting the gear. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know what the problem was. I was actually at the airport dropping somebody off, and the issue started happening. The car wasn't shifting properly, so I ended up having a call. I ended up calling AAA. But the first thing I did was, you put the car in park, and I popped the hood. I'm looking under the hood, and I don't know a damn thing about fixing cars. I ain't never fixed the car myself ever with my bare hands ever. I always end up going to the shop if something happens to the car. Knock on wood, nothing happens to it. But you know how when something's wrong with somebody's car, they pop the hood, they looking under the hood. I'm under the hood looking. This is at the airport. I'm looking under the hood like I know what's wrong with it. And even if I did, it wasn't nothing the hell I could have did because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm looking under the hood, nothing. I don't know what the problem is. So the tow truck guy comes, and I explained to him over the phone what the issue was, and he automatically knew exactly what it was because, he'd been working with cars his whole life. He knew what it was. It was actually under the car, like when you get on the ground and you crawl under the car. And he explained it to me what it was. I didn't go under and look at it with him, but he explained it to me what it was. I ended up Googling it, looking at it, looking it up all day, trying to find a way to fix the issue because he actually just made a quick fix with some string, and I was able to drive off with no problem. So he didn't even have to tow the car. He made a quick fix. So I get home and I'm looking up, what the issue is. I looked for like 2 days, and I finally found somebody that was selling the piece that I needed, because with the car dealerships, they'll try to sell you like a whole piece, even though it's just a little small part of it you need fixed. So I knew I wasn't going to go through the dealership, so I finally found somebody on eBay actually selling a little piece, and what it was this little tiny ass piece of like rubber / plastic that was going to have my car working 100% properly again. This little piece of plastic, if they sold this in the stores, they couldn't even charge you $1 for it. That's how small and cheap this thing was. Whereas if I go to the dealership, I probably end up spending $200-300. So the purpose of that story is the details can make or break you, because you're looking at a vehicle. A car is like 2,000 pounds. All the power a car can generate with the engine, as far distance as you could go from here to wherever you want, as long as you got gas in your car. And that little tiny piece of plastic, it's smaller than a penny. That little tiny piece of plastic can make or break whether or not that car can do anything at all for you. It can render that car completely powerless. So that's the same thing with you and the things you're doing in your life. Like say you're a basketball player or any athlete, you're looking to get recruited. Some college coach comes to watch you play, and you show you got all the skills, all the athleticism, all the talent that he wants, but then he sees you or she sees you give your teammate a dirty look because they didn't give you the ball, or somebody messed up, or you start loafing on defense because your team's losing. Or you make a turnover in basketball and then you don't get back on D while the other team gets a layup. The coaches notice that. That one little detail could be the difference between that coach saying, all right, I'm offering you a full ride scholarship, or I don't want this player, I don't like his attitude. That one thing, you might only do it one time the whole game. That one detail could make or break your whole future of what could have been for you. Say you in a business, say you want to apply for a job, and they put it online. They say, all right, you want to apply for this job, send an email to this address and put this in the subject line. You forget the part about the subject line. You write the wrong thing in the subject line, they don't even read your email. You might have been the most qualified person out of everybody. Is that one detail you miss cost you your opportunity to get that job. These are the kind of things that can mess you up when you don't pay attention to the details. So you got to make sure that the details don't break you. Let the details make you. That means you got to be vigilant. You got to pay attention. You got to know everything that's going on in your business, in your life, in your work. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
Connor from Scotland, work on your game.